Hello and welcome back. In this video we will learn how to initialize a base class when we create an object of derived class. Let's switch to the code. In this code I have one base class which is instrument. So this comprises the category of all musical instruments. It could be percussion instruments like tabla, dhol, mridangam, wind instruments like flute, or string instruments like guitar, violin, or veena. So this is the generic class, and here I have string instrument class. This is deriving from the base class which is instrument. In the base class I have cost, and in the derived class I have a new variable called as string count. So this stores the count of the string present on the instrument. In the main, let me create an object of string instrument. Guitar is the best example for string instrument. Now within these classes, let us write constructor. There is only one attribute in the base class, so let's accept one integer value and assign it to cost. Let me write default value. If I don't provide any value, the cost will be $10. Coming to the derived class, I take only one parameter, then I use it to initialize string count value. For a guitar, for any standard guitar, the number of strings will be 6. Of course, there are variations of guitars where you can find number of strings more than 6. But for this example, let's take this value. Let's write one member function, void get cost. In the derived class string instrument, let us display string count. Get string count. Okay. So here I have provided value while creating object. Now let's display values of its attribute. Why am I able to invoke get cost though it is not present in this definition? Because string instrument is a derived class of instrument wherein there is get cost function. So by the property of inheritance, get cost is part of this class also. So I can invoke it in this way. Now I also want to know the number of strings. Let's compile and run the program. So the cost is $10 and number of strings 6. Same value which we provided here. Okay. Now we know that the object guitar has two attributes, cost and string count. So I want to be able to provide the cost here only. let me give it as $150. Accordingly, I have to change the constructor. Int price. Cost is public in base class, so I can access it. Alright, cost is equal to price. So whatever value you are passing it here, it will be assigned to this cost. Let's check the output. Yes, the value is reflected. It is not default $10, it is $150 as provided in the main function. Fine. Now let me move this attribute to private section. See, at line number 20, the compiler is displaying an error. It says the variable cost that belongs to instrument class is private. So I cannot access it in the derived class. Even though I am a child class of instrument, I cannot access it just because it is in the private section. What do? We already have a constructor in base class. So one way is, anyway you are accepting value for the member variables. So at this point, you use one variable, you use count to initialize string count, remove this statement. Whatever value you have got from the main, you pass it on to your base class. So in this way, you are passing this value price to your base class constructor. So this will be assigned to C here, which in turn will be assigned to the cost. Let's verify. Now it works. There is no rule that says only the last argument passed on to the base class constructor. No. You can have this variable after price and still you can pass this argument, though it is in the first position. But remember, when you do this, remember to change the order of values in main program also. The output is still same. It is right. So in this video we learned how to initialize a base class whenever we create an object of derived class. I hope this has been informative and thank you for watching this video.